Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And Stan, here we've got two of the highest scoring teams in the entire NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, there is firepower everywhere with these two teams. So defensively, you can't take away everything, but you have to try to take away something.
Limit some things, right, Coach? You can't stop everything on the play.
Not at all. You've got to pick your poison and decide what you can live with.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Here's Tatum. Around the back and lays it in.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Outside Holiday. Outside White. The three-pointer off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Gets the three to fall. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Holmgren goes in. Williams on the wing. Back to Holmgren. Lets a three fly. Oh, the Thunder, another three.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum with room to shoot. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Over to the wing. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Holmgren's got 5 points.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like B.A. he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And another three for Oklahoma City.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Williams with it. Picked up by Tatum. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. 5 to shoot. It's good. He's got 7.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And now we go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Mark Dagnall.
I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. 2 minutes. Celtics trail by 13. Now here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. To end the run. That won't go either for Tatum.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Yeah, nice finish from Williams on the alley-oop. I mean, that takes some real athleticism.
White can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 15. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Three-pointer, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
There's Tatum with the 3. Gets the first one to go. Now 1 for 7 on the night.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one That always helps.
Pass to Holmgren. Right side, Williams. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now. Outside White. And there's the lob. And the jam by Brown.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. And so it's Oklahoma City going into the break up 12. They've had it.
The Celtics, 5.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Oklahoma City leading by 12. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander to the middle. It's stolen by Holiday. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Stolen by Caruso. And a fast break now for the Thunder. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
From undrafted to a key rotational player, Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Yeah, tricky area for some guys, but not Tatum. He can hurt you from mid-range.
Now Holmgren. He's got 9. The focus from Holmgren there.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Holiday looking for an opening. He takes it in. Left side, Brown. The Thunder with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Dort for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Now that's what this team needs offensively from Dort, just spacing the floor. Outside Tatum.
The 3. Can't hit it. His 7th miss in 9 attempts. Caruso outside. Pass to Holmgren. From outside the arc. That one's off. His 3rd miss out of 8 tries. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 17.
There's a feel that Porzingis has to the game, and the more comfortable he is in these kind of settings, he'll rack up some assists.
Here's the pick. Pass to Holmgren. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
The kick to Tatum. From the arc. Caruso grabs the board.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Holmgren. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Celtics trail by 15. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Three-pointer. Porzingis grabs the board. So it's Boston now. 15-point game. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. 1:07 left in the second period. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Outside Porzingis. Boston, no good that time either.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. And in transition, Holmgren has speed, but he also plays under control.
White for three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Pass to Caruso. Nails it from beyond the arc. Caruso's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They set the pick. Here's White. Outside Tatum. And here's Brown. Oh, Brown just throws it down.
This guy has crazy hops. Brown levitates over the floor.
Pass to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Over Porzingis. And Porzingis with the block. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's the Thunder, up by 15. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Right side Tatum. Shoots over Caruso. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Tipped to the inside. Dort outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Buries it from three. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
SGA doesn't rely on the three to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Down low. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And for Porzingis, gosh, a dunk looks so easy.
Lets it go from deep. The shot by Dort, no good. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. They trail by 16. There's the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Gets the three ball to go. He's got 11.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Pass to Porzingis. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Williams. There's the triple. And another three for Oklahoma City.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Pass to Dort. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. So Dort's got 6.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Tatum looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Brown for 3. Boston again missing. Here's Oklahoma City now. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And last season, Britt, many believe that SGA was I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. Here we go. It'll be the Mavericks off the tip. Irving looking around. Pass to Washington. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Thompson. And Gafford with the block. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Three-pointer, Brooks. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Thompson, no good. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. That's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts. So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
And both free throws good for Green. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavs. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Brooks. Nails it from three.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Here's Irving. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Smith outside. Inside. Here's Eason. Back to Smith. And the three off target.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Davis. Pass to Irving. The three. He buries it from three.
A capable shooter from distance. Give Kyrie space to fire, and he does not pass it up.
Outside Eason. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
And here's Thompson for three. And Dallas hits again from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Green. Gafford grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 4.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Davis down low. Outside for Irving. Washington a screen. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Houston.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
And so it's Dallas with it. After the basket by Houston. To the paint. Pass to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
On offense, Davis keeps his head up and maintains awareness. That's how he spots a wide open man.
And here's Smith. And that comes off the assist by Green.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Outside Irving. Thompson with a steal. Takes it inside. He gets it in there.
Well, you see Thompson's explosion there. I mean, just an insanely quick first step. All the defender can do is bump him.
Now here's Irving. Outside for Davis. Pass to Washington. Misses the three. Houston leading by 8. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded by Washington. To the middle. Left side, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Thompson. Launches it. The shot, no good. And so it's Houston. Finishing the quarter. With an 8-point lead, defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break.
The Mavericks.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
Smith outside. Back to Green. Outside for Brooks. Stolen by Thompson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
KBA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize this guy's potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high-percentage looks.
The three from Washington. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
Green. Lively grabs a miss.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Here's Thompson. Blocked. Thompson with it. Green picks him up. Pass to Davis. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Smith right side. Here's Brooks. Now Thompson. He's guarded by Washington. Thompson pulls it in.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Davis misses.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Love that aggression from Green, banging down low.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Well, Richard, we know how decorated AD was early on in his career. What can we expect from him moving forward?
Oh, he was getting Defensive Player of the Year and MVP votes back then. If he can get back to that level, he's going to be an absolute focal point for a long time coming.
This is Smith's game. Set him up, and he'll knock him down.
Outside Irving. Out to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. No good there. Off the double clutch.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
Here's Irving. Pass to Thompson. Over Green. Irving for 3. The Rockets pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. And that's his 3rd bucket in 8 attempts.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Washington a screen. And Kyrie Irving good for 3. Irving's got 6.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
High post Green. There's the triple. Washington grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 6. High post Davis. Over Green. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Smith outside. Pass to Thompson. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Three-pointer, Brooks. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Powell with it. He's picked up by Eason. Irving for 3. On the wing, Irving. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Thompson outside. The 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Houston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Well, it's clear the defensive focus was to shut down Kyrie Irving because so far it's working. More 2K action in just a moment. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Now here's Thompson with the drive. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Exum. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. The Rockets lead by 9. To the left wing. Here's Prosper. Off target from 3-point range. And it's Houston's ball. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
And here's Whitmore. No points so far. Here's Şengün. Pure from three-point range.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Houston leading by 13. To the inside. Banked it in off the glass. Şengün's got 5 points now this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Gafford. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Gafford's got his second basket of the game. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Şengün. Back to Brooks. It's stolen by Washington. And here is Thompson. Here's Gafford. Here's Thompson. Up and over Brooks. The baseline J is off the mark.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Count that bucket.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Irving for three. Gets the three ball to go. Irving's got 9.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Now here's Whitmore. Still no points. That shot, no good. On the wing, Thompson. The three is up. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Brooks from outside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Outside Irving. Left side Davis. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Team foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Gafford the screen. Irving. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Şengün in the post. No good with a layup. Mavericks trail by 9. The three from Thompson. It's rebounded by Şengün.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Brooks outside. Jacks up a three. Gafford grabs the miss. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. Thompson left side. For three. The shot comes out.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
First personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Team foul. The line for Houston.
It's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Irving. 12 points for him. lands it from the wing. Irving's got 14 points.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Houston.
The Mavericks, 31.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Mavericks trail by 12. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Drops in the three.
The exceptional quickness Dinwiddie brings to his plays. He lets that shot off out of nowhere.
The three from Thompson. He nails it. That's his fifth, making 11 tries.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Well, Dinwiddie is just relentless sometimes. He goes right into the defender and still gets it in the air.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Pass to Smith. Over Gafford. 4 on the clock. Whitmore with it. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Here's Easton. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. The three from Thompson. Thompson pulls it in. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Over his career, Anthony Davis has averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Those are career numbers, Richard.
It's a very short list of players who have done that. Single digit. Pair his scoring with his defensive abilities, and you've got a problem.
Down low. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Out to Thompson. And another miss by Houston. Mavericks trail by 8. Thompson outside. From outside the arc. Thompson pulls it in.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Here's the three. The Rockets with another miss. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition three. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Outside for Brooks. Back to Thompson. And there's a 3-second violation. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Irving. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
The right guy to go to in this situation. Kyrie Irving has so many tricks in his bag that will help him find the shot that he needs.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. Mavericks trail by 5. Pass to Thompson. Easton pulls it in.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Smith outside. Connects from downtown. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
Now here's Thompson. And there's 1:38 left in the fourth. And the basket is good.
Want to see a perfect jumper? Just watch Klay Thompson.
Here's Whitmore. Uses the glass on the layup.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Rockets lead by 8. To the left side wing. Here's Eason. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, I know the guys love to see Brooks get in a groove like this. It gets the whole team fired up.
Thompson outside. .107 left in the fourth quarter. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Thompson in the post. Oh, it's a big-time jam. Slams it right over Irving.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Rockets.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Amen Thompson.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Team foul.
There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Irving. Washington outside. From deep. Here's Eason. Knocks down the triple. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Inside. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
They set a pick. Here's Booker. San Antonio with a rebound.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively, so I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, B.A.
Here's Durant, following the bucket by the Spurs. And he makes it.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Moments ago, Greg Popovich and I were able to chat. We discussed Bradley Beal, the focus for them on the defensive end. Coach telling me that Brad's a guy who averaged 30 points a game in this league, the sign of a special scorer, so they need to figure out a way to make Beal uncomfortable, saying maybe they'll put some length on him. Let's see if that works on Beal. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to review the game plan.
Substitution for the Suns. Number 00.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. It's Barnes on the wing. On target from range.
With that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. Two distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the jobs.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Now here's Wembanyama. Bol grabs the board. Beal outside. There's a screen by Bol. Jacks up a 3. Beal's shot is off.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They trail by 6. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Pass to Bol. There's a screen by Bol. Oh, Fox with a steal. Hits a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Vassell. Gets the 3 ball to go.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
.152 left in the first quarter. Down low. Rejected by Bol. And here comes the break. From deep. And the Suns miss again.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Count the basket. Booker's got his second bucket of the game.
He set him up. Booker's going to knock it down. Great execution there.
From deep, Wembanyama. Bol grabs the board. Suns trail by 11. Pass to Booker. Back to Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Well, the remarkable timing of KD, sensing precisely when to cut in the pick and roll action.
Here's Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Here's Vassell. Off target with the 3. Right side O'Neal. Beal surveying the D. Back to O'Neal. Outside Bol. Just 5 on the clock. Over Wembanyama. And the shot falls short that time.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. From downtown. And so it's San Antonio with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Castle. Now here's Wembanyama. Back to Barnes. Rejected by Bol. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. Here's Fox. Fox lifts off and hammers it down. Suns trail by 9. Right side Durant. Over Castle. Durant, no good. Here's San Antonio now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Wembanyama with a bucket. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent. Has to offer, and they're only getting better. Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
Leans from outside. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Booker's got 6.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
The 3 from Wembanyama knocks down the long J.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Booker no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Outside Wembanyama. Left side Barnes. 3-pointer. Sinks it from distance. 6 points for him.
Yeah, spot-up shooting, one of Barnes' really strong suits offensively.
Booker for 3, and it's Booker again missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Drafted as a 19-year-old back in 2015 by the Suns, Devin Booker has a special connection with Phoenix Doors.
BA, they absolutely love Devin Booker in the Valley of the Sun. He's been with the Suns his entire career, and basically it's a fan base that has watched this young man grow up. And when you think over the long history of this organization, when you mention the best players in team history, there is no doubt he is part of that conversation.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Alice. The 3 from Wembanyama. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
For 3, Booker. Vassell with the rebound. Spurs lead by 21. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. For 3, Booker. Rebound by San Antonio.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Nails it from 3.
Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
Booker surveying the D. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Booker's got 7 now in this quarter. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Back to Wembanyama. Fires the 3. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got 19 points.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
And it's Booker again missing. Fox with the ball. Now guarded by Booker.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. we've got the Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. Outside White. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. From deep, Jokic. Boston pulls it in. Well, Stan, perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniforms, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. And here are the Nuggets now, following the bucket by the Celtics. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Out to Gordon. Over Tatum. Gordon can't hit.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Nuggets. We talked about some of the challenges that they'll face tonight, not the least of which is defending Jason Tatum. He said the guy plays with so much confidence. He's a great scorer from all 3 levels. He can go for 40, 50, 60 in a night. We just have to try and make someone else beat us.
Thanks for that, Allie. Jokic, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one done.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Now here's Jokic. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Murray for 3. The shot, no good. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Left side, Porzingis. Gordon with a steal. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Boston pulls it in. Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a 3rd or 4th guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
3.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Down low. Here's Jokic. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D. And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just how it goes. But also, we got to give credit to the defense. They're not making it easy out there.
Back to Tatum. Up and over Gordon. Off the left rim and out. Nuggets trail by 10. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Brown with it. Check by Murray. Oh, nice shot by Brown.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian.
And Jokic drops them both. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume. And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And here's White. Porter with the steal. Here's Murray. And that does it for the first quarter. Boston out in front, leading by 8. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
17.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. And it's Murray with the ball for Denver. Trailing by 8. Now Jokic. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated. Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Watson. Off target from outside. Boston leading by 6. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's Jokic. Soft touch off the glass. Jokic has got 8 points.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
Holiday surveying the floor. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
It's Holiday with a drive. And Holiday powers it home.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Holiday shifts gears, he quickly leaves people behind.
Pass to Jokic. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Celtics lead by 6. White on the wing for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. From deep, Jokic. The 3-ball is good from Jokic.
I mean, with his three-point shooting, Jokic is able to draw opposing bigs out on the perimeter, and that opens up driving lanes for him and his teammates.
White for 3.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Holiday. Blocked. Here's Porzingis. Great hustle by Kristaps.
I love whenever Porzingis hits the offensive boards. He has the height needed to hurt defenses in this regard.
Outside for Porter. Jokic the screen. Lets it fly. The bank shot, no good. Celtics lead by 5. Baseline try. Brown can't hit.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Jokic. Oh, Jokic powers it in.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Right side, Holiday. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Nuggets trail by 3. Jokic the screen. Murray with it. Now guarded by White. Pass to Jokic. Porter from outside. They get it again. Here's Jokic. 13 points in the game. Jokic, the bump in the bucket.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Porzingis sets a screen. Here's Tatum. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Tatum's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the Nuggets call time here. Here's Jokic. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Boston out in front, leading by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. We'll stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
Off target with the 3. The Nuggets trail. Pass to Šarić. And Šarić throws it down.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Here's Pritchard. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Šarić. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Šarić.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And Denver making a change here. Horford outside. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor. Putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Outside Porter. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pritchard, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Porter. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. And now it's a 4-point Denver lead.
The guard-like skills in a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release. He didn't have his feet planted.
First team foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
That's his first personal foul. Checking in the game for your Nuggets, number 14,
The Nuggets lead by 4. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Here's Pritchard. No points yet. Jacks up a 3. And Holmes pulls it down.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down. Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes. Nuggets foul. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Pritchard. Out to Craig. From downtown. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Celtics ball.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Again, the miss by Boston. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Pritchard. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. For the finish! And finished off by Westbrook.
The ideal fast break option. Westbrook plays with energy and explosion in the open court.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Shireman. Back to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Denver.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for your Nuggets.
He's off on the second. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver.
Perfect execution from Porzingis.
You see the reach of Porzingis. His length is what makes him a prime-time alley-oop threat.
And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for Denver. Pass to Šarić. He shoots. Not going to go that time.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others.
Šarić outside. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Šarić has got 5 points now this quarter. Pass to White. Here's the 3. The shot won't fall. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And don't go away. We'll be...
The Celtics, 36. Fourth quarter.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Gordon with a steal. Pass to Jokic. Takes the 3. Porzingis grabs the board. And it's the Celtics ball. Here's Holiday. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
And here's Jokic, defended by Porzingis. Jokic with it. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
That's a big man down there. I mean, when Jokic gets ideal positioning inside, he uses his size to draw contact.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. The free throw drops for Jokic. And Jokic drops them both. Left side, Brown. Tatum with a screen. Brown can't hit. Outside Murray. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Back to Porter. Outside Murray. Drills it from deep. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Here's White. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Peyton Watson. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, you got to love their aggressiveness on the offensive glass. They have just refused to give up on any of the plays.
And Porzingis with the block. And here's Brown for 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Denver in the lead. Porter from outside. The rebound by Jason Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Outside Tatum. Pulls up on the wing. Jokic grabs the board. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Oh, that's too easy for Jokic when he gets inside position.
He is just an excellent pick-and-roll option. Jokic always uses his high basketball IQ to find and execute the right play.
Pass to Holiday. Porzingis with it. Can't hit from in close. Denver leading by 4. Now here's Jokic. And he banks in the layup. Jokic has got 21 points in the game.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Tatum from long range. Denver grabs the miss.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
To the inside. And stolen by Porzingis. Tatum with it. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by Boston. And so Jokic will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Shoots over Brown. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 6. White on the wing. There's Tatum with the 3. Oh, count it! Tatum hits from way out.
And this guy is made for these moments. Tatum, the big-time shot.
Jokic in the post. Over to the wing. Lets a floater go. And it's in.
Yeah, there is that guard touch of Jokic. Simply incredible for a man his size.
White on the wing. Back to Holiday. There's Tatum with the three. That shot, no good.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
Inside. Here's Jokic. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Nuggets ball.
Here's Jokic. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
That's his second personal foul.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
At the line for your Nuggets.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game. Stolen by Jokic. Fires for three. Can't connect. So the Nuggets win it. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans.